What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday from your favorite women over at Barstool Sports. Maybe not your favorite, but when we make you money, we are your favorite. Good morning, Skirt. I don't know how to say your name.
Skirt.
How we feeling this morning, Kelly? It's a beautiful 34-degree morning in South Louisiana. Wasn't expecting that when I had to go chase my dog at like 5:30 when he got out of the gate. In my robe and bare feet. That was fantastic. Woke me up.
That's the content we need, Megan. Just get somebody to record that. I need that kind of laugh because my family is here, and while I love them, their flights keep getting delayed or moved, and I'm like, can I just have my house back? I'm sure they're pretty sick of my shit as well, so I'm sure they're ready to go home. It is really funny though to hear that other people have to go through such pain as well. And I'm sorry that you had to do that at 5 a.m.
It's, it was just a brisk morning to really ground myself to the earth. So I started off and got the blood flowing early. So we're ready to get in here and get some winners today. We will have a parlay out after the show, maybe even during the show, depending on what Jack's doing. But Kelly and I will walk you through that, break it down. But first up, I don't think Kelly loves playing these small market schools, so I'm going to skip a couple of the first games and move right on down to Indiana, Iowa. I will tell you guys, I have already locked in Iowa minus the 5.5. I believe that everyone's going to be on this Indiana Hoosier hype train, and I feel like this might be where the train goes to stop. Iowa is let's see. They've won 7 of their last 8, 5 of their last 6 on the road. And they beat Northwestern handedly, then beat that gritty Rutgers team you and I both liked for a potential future to win this tournament. I think Iowa is the big dog here. I think they get it done, and I like them at 5.5. What do you think, Kelly?
Megan, this is an interesting one. Yesterday, I had a buddy text me that he really liked Indiana. I said, okay, fine, I'll join you. I took the +6, and they, of course, won outright. Now, they did beat Illinois outright, but man, did they start to choke down the stretch. And that is my concern here with this Indiana team. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And that defense kind of got worked there in that second half. And I had my concerns late, but they were able to get it done. I don't know if they can replicate that against this Iowa offense. This Iowa offense is just so good. We all know they have one of the fastest tempos in the country. They don't hold on to the ball for very long because they're too busy scoring. Can Indiana match this team? I don't know if they can. I lean Iowa here. I don't think I'm going to get to the window, but that's just because I agree with you here. I think everybody's going to see Indiana yesterday and say, oh, okay, they can pull off another upset. I'm not sure they can. It looks like Iowa is going to win the Big Ten tournament. And that's the way I look here. Iowa, I kind of bagged on them. I think it was against Illinois last Sunday. Guess what did they not do? Make their free throws. By the way, we have new merch out that says make your free throws. My sweatshirt will hopefully be here in time for March Madness. But they proved me wrong. They have been making their free throws since I bagged on them and said keep an eye. I thought we were going to see some regression from this team. Nope. Still the best free throw shooting team in the country. So congratulations to them. I think you're on the right side with this one, Megan.
Speaking of make your free throws, let's move on to Texas A&M, Arkansas. Arkansas was laying 6.5 this morning, which I got A&M at 6.5. It's now down to 6. It was at 5.5 just a second ago, so it's been bopping around. But how about that clip from after the game? What were you thinking in the last 7 seconds as you got fouled? Got to make those free throws. They're free points, free money. Got to make those. How much have we been preaching that? How much is that should just be basketball 1? Make your free throws. That's it. They're free, just like he said. That's free money. I knew he was talking directly to me whenever he says it's free money, and I looked right back at him and I said, you know what it is? I will clip your ass and put you on Twitter and let everybody else know that it's free money. I have loved this A&M team, and I think that I got a little chirped for putting out A&M plus 5,000 when we talked about these futures. Obviously, my LSU Tigers are no longer in play. Obviously, this A&M future is starting to look a little better with them knocking off the 1 seed in Auburn, or 2 seed. Was it 1 seed or 2 seed? They were 1 seed, right? And Auburn.
Yeah, they were the 1 seed in the SEC tournament.
Right, yeah, 1 seed in the SEC, knocking off Auburn yesterday. This A&M team is so gritty. I am enjoying them. I'm going to keep riding the hot hand here with A&M. Could I get stopped in my tracks here with Arkansas? Absolutely. They are a buzzsaw. But I feel like LSU played a great game in the first half and literally gifted it to Arkansas the second half. So
yeah, I kind of bagged on him, but I don't think you take getting your coach, kind of killing that momentum in that first half, because they by all means should have covered the first half as well. I think that late technical really killed everything. And if you saw that first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half, Megan, that was really ugly. I mean, that was some really bad basketball. And I would say that he deserves a little bit more hatred, at least from the betting community, than maybe the fan community.
The betting community for sure. I'm gonna keep Will Wade in my heart for now, just as I've kept this guy behind me. Maybe not everyone likes people like that in the betting community, and maybe not in obviously the regular community. But how can I still support Will Wade? Just give him a second, bro. Just give me a second. I'm not bagging on anybody, especially from LSU. So relax. I'm not doing it. I
can't wait for you to bag on Brian Kelly all football season. Like, I'm just here for it already.
Look, if Brian Kelly and I are on a clean slate, we're good. If he starts to lose with every game, will come the chirping. But if we're winning, this will turn into a Brian Kelly fucking fan account. I'll put him on my banner. Right now, it's still Coach O. My heart still lies with Coach O. However, if Brian Kelly is able to win me, have a season over 500, if he's able to get me to a good bowl, hell, if he can get me a natty,
I don't know if he's going to get you a natty.
I don't think so either, but I'll change my avatar to just Brian Kelly, and that'll just be it. Good for Brian Kelly. But we're not talking about that right now. We're on college basketball. Sorry, I'm looking. Will Wade is dirtier than Bruce Pearl, and you saw Bruce Pearl just got that extension, so just don't worry about that.
Yeah, I remember when Bruce Pearl was in contention for the K-State job. Guys asking about Bruce Weber in the comments. Yeah, I'm very happy. I don't know who is going to be. I've heard some different names thrown around. I don't think it's going to be Brad Underwood from Illinois, and I think we're going to get like a younger coach, up and coming, probably from a smaller school in the Sun Belt or Conference USA is my guess. We'll see. Casey's not going to shell out the money for Underwood. I just don't see it happening.
All right. Up next on the docket, we have Kentucky, Tennessee. That is now Kentucky -3 at the Barstool Sportsbook. I locked Kentucky in minus the 2.5. I was on Tennessee yesterday. That was one of my favorite plays. Look, as we know, that Mississippi State team is good, but their splits away from home this season have been insane. So the fact that they were able to play Tennessee to that extent yesterday was surprising. Tennessee has been a good team, but I think Kentucky comes out firing. I think this is a good number for them to cover. I think it's relatively soft, but again, as I said, the SEC will cannibalize themselves, so I'll probably be wrong here. But I like Kentucky in the spot, minus the 2.5. Also, it's a revenge game. I believe Tennessee got one over on them in the regular season. So this Kentucky team better come out firing. I like Kentucky minus the 2.5. What do you think, Yurko?
Yeah, I'm on the flip side, Megan. You don't even need me to say it. I like the better defense plus the points here. I know it's been a couple of weeks, right? I've been trying to keep that one under wraps so I don't have to, overuse it. But it is the truth here. This Tennessee defense has been absolutely stout. I did bet against them the other day, and it did not work out well for me. So I'm not going to do that today. This is a Kentucky team that, by all means, you mentioned how great their offense is. They did falter a couple times this year to the best teams in the SEC, and I think that is what Tennessee is. They are one of the best teams in this tournament. I'm going to look for Tennessee late into March. This is one of those teams I do a Calcutta, Megan, where you bid on different teams, and if your team goes so far, you get points for each one. And I sent my list into the guys yesterday, and Tennessee's on it. I really like this defense, and I think that they have the opportunity to go deep into March. So I'm going to be on the Vols today. I hate being head-to-head against you right now. It's just been this 1-1 bullshit that I keep going through. Like, I might go 2-0 here and there, but, it's just been frustrating. No, Kelly is not hung over. Kelly is just very, very tired. And Megan's gotten a very important phone call.
No, it's just my mom, because she's
calling you to get your picks.
She calls at the right time. The mom's instinct they always know the perfect time when to call. Thanks, Mom. And I guarantee you she back-to-backs me, so I'm going to have to decline that.
She back-to-backs me. Oh, don't they just love that? I love doing the back-to-back too. Like, oh, really? Really? Ring, ring, bitch. Oh,
yeah, not me. Do that to me and you get fucking blocked. My mom's lucky she's my mom, and I'm the only thing she's got left. All right. Speaking of things that I love and I've been on is Tulane, Houston. Houston is laying 13.5. I have loved this Tulane team. I think that they have gotten undervalued all year long, and at this point, they're begging me to take Tulane because I think Houston should blow them out of the water. However, the Houston team has 2 wins over Tulane in the regular season. One was by 14 points. One was by 11 points. That's not too far off from the line that is now plus the 13.5 for Tulane, or what I got it at. I don't know if it was 13 or 13.5 at the Barstool Sportsbook. I just think that Tulane right now is playing so lights out. I feel like Houston might get caught on their heels a little bit. I think Houston does win this game, but I feel like if there is a time where Tulane covers, it's now. And I honestly, it's March. It's crazy. Tulane could pull the upset against Houston here. I really, truly believe that. I know I'm insane, whatever, but I'll take the points. There's quite a lot of them, but I do like Tulane here in this spot, and I'm going to keep riding them.
Yeah, Megan, I'm with you here. This is a solid Tulane team. And as you mentioned, you've been on them for a better part of the season. Double digits is scary. I'm looking at this going, okay, what am I missing here in terms of this Houston team? Now, Houston plays slow. We know they really like to dominate the time of possession. Solid defense, great offense. This could be another sleeper team looking into mid-March, but 12.5 points, I think that's just a few too many.
I would agree with you, and that's why I'm taking them. And is this at 12.5 or is it 13.5?
Let's see.
13.5 still. 13.5 at the Barstool Sportsbook. And yeah, it looks like it's going to stay that way. All right. Up next, one that I don't have an opinion on, Michigan State, Purdue. Purdue is laying 6.5. And the reason why I don't have an opinion on it is the fact that I literally came on here and said that if I ever bet Michigan State again, that you can revoke.
I thought about you yesterday. I really wanted to bet Michigan State, and I didn't end up doing it. I thought about you. I was like,
I've been wanting to bet Michigan State the last 2 games, and I'm mad at myself. But also, as soon as I go to bet them, Kelly, you know what's going to happen? They're going to shit the bet. They're going to lose me more money, and I'm going to want to jump out of this 3-foot window I have outside of my room. I just refuse to waste any more of my money on Michigan State. However, man, this is a lot of points against Purdue, and especially in this tournament right now, as this is Tom Izzo's land, and we're just living in it. I have a no play here, but I lean Michigan State plus the 6.5, which means I hope Purdue wins by 47.
There you go. Tom Izzo in March is not what I've heard my entire betting career. I don't know if that's really a thing anymore. That being said, this is a solid Purdue offense, right? We know I bet against them a couple times. They do have revenge on their mind from just a couple weeks ago where they lost at Michigan State. I was on Michigan State at that time. I don't know if I want to be on them here. And that is because yesterday was such a big win for them over Wisconsin. And I'm not saying they haven't been there, right? This has just been a very weird Michigan State team. They've been very Jekyll and Hyde. They go and they start off their losing streak by getting blown out at Rutgers, and then they come back home and they kind of put together a game or two, and then they go get beat up by a Penn State team, right? This is just a very back and forth type of team. I can't trust them because they turn the ball over too much. And that's why I didn't bet them yesterday. Congrats to them for knocking off Wisconsin. I'm not going to be betting this one. I do lean Michigan State in too many points. I just can't trust this team right now with my money. And while Izzo does have them playing better, this is not a team I'm wanting to back right now.
I refuse. So as I said, I don't want my betting card revoked. I don't want anyone coming after me. So I will not be playing that as well. Up next, Memphis, SMU. SMU is catching 4.5, which I believe I've been on this SMU team quite a lot. And they beat this Memphis team twice in the regular season, but now are plus 4.5. I understand now Memphis is playing out of their box. I understand they are completely healthy. However, this SMU team is really good. They're complete. They're good on both sides of the ball. And I get that, again, Memphis is a fucking powerhouse. They just smashed Houston the other day, which I was on the other side of. But man, this SMU team isn't going to not know what to expect when playing this Memphis team. And I think they're going to be able to make the adjustments to keep it within the 4.5. And I even have a little bit sprinkled on the money line. I think maybe Memphis might be playing a little bit too much out of their box and get caught here. What are your thoughts, Cal?
Well, the interesting thing is this tournament is in Fort Worth, which is where SMU is. So this one kind of has me a little perplexed. We know I don't really follow the American Athletic Conference in basketball just because I try to really hone in on a few other conferences, but I've kept an eye on these teams. This has been a really solid Memphis team, as you mentioned, just being able to rattle off wins and covers, which is the most important thing here. But you're right. This is a very fishy line, Megan. The fact that SMU got them twice in the regular season. SMU also is one of those really good three-point shooting teams. And Memphis, while they can defend the three ball, has struggled with that at times. They also tend to turn the ball over as well. So if you look at this offensive juggernaut that has been Memphis lately, I wonder when we start to kind of see some regression come back. And I think that might be today. I'm with you. I lean SMU here. And I know that we're going to be putting it in our money shots parlay.
Boom. That's leg one. SMU plus the 4.5 against Memphis. Hopefully we'll be on the right side of this. Someone in the team, no team can beat the same team 3 times in a row. That's a lie. There's been plenty of teams that have beaten another team, swept series multiple times. That's completely inaccurate. I don't know where you're getting your stats from. Probably.
People just love to say things like that. Like, it's really hard to beat a team twice in a season, and then, Washington football team gets blown out both times. I mean, like, these things, bad teams, bad things happen to them, and neither of these teams are bad teams.
No, and I'm not saying that SMU is going to sweep the series. What I'm saying is I think they can keep it respectable within the 4.5 and possibly a sprinkle on the money line, because obviously they can beat this Memphis team is all I'm saying. On that note, let's go on to the next game, which is our second leg of the parlay. Texas Tech, Kansas. Kansas is laying 2.5. Should be a fantastic game. I'm going to go ahead and say that Texas Tech comes out victorious, though. They're plus 2.5, and I think we might as well take them on the money line and throw them into our parlay. What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, this is a Jayhawks team that I think has been exceeding expectations as of late, right? Sure, they've covered 6 of their last 9. Tech, on the flip side, has made us a ton of money all season long, right, Megan? And since I bet against them on, what was that, last Saturday with Oklahoma State, that was a play on Oklahoma State. That wasn't against Texas Tech. That was Oklahoma State doesn't get any postseason. I think they're going to come out hard, and they did. They were able to get the W, cash that money line ticket, and now you've got Texas Tech back to their old ways, though they did struggle yesterday with Oklahoma. I didn't get to watch very much of that game, but I'm going to take the better defense here against the Jayhawks, and everybody's going to say it's because Kelly hates KU. No, I just love this Red Raiders team. Another team that I sent into my partners for the Calcutta. I said, I want to buy on this Texas Tech team. I think they absolutely have a shot to get to the Final Four. We'll see how the brackets end up playing out tomorrow on Selection Sunday, but boy, do I love Texas Tech today.
And speaking of loving dogs, so that's SMU as a dog, in the leg 1. That's Texas Tech as a dog in leg 2. Shall we move on to leg 3?
Might as well.
Creighton, Villanova. Creighton plus the 6.5. Go ahead, mark that down as the third leg of the money shots parlay. If you want to do it Kelly style, go ahead and money line all those bitches and see if you can't come up with something crazy. But man, I have sprinkled on this Creighton team to win their conference, and everyone again laughed at me. I don't think that could happen. You're just this girl working for a sportsbook is just telling you to sprinkle on all of these large odds. No, that's just what you should fucking do in a conference tournament when you don't know what's going to be happening in the big dance. So, with that being said, Creighton has been playing out of their fucking box, and I like them plus the 6.5. Kelly, what do you think here? Well, now they're at 7, so I might go hit them again.
Well, I do love this Creighton team, Megan, and they were able to just absolutely smash Providence yesterday. I took them plus the 4. I put down that I was sprinkling on the money line, and that money line helped me save a little bit of face from going 1-1 yesterday. But my God, I first thought, okay, I'm going to be on Villanova today because of how well Creighton played yesterday. Was it a fluke? I started looking back. I'm going, no way. This is a Creighton team that has such a good defense. They slow down that tempo and force their opponents to play at their level. Now, I'm not saying go out and money line it. I may sprinkle a little bit. But that being said, I like Creighton plus the points here. This is going to be a slow, methodical game, right? Villanova does the same thing that Creighton does, except even better. And they slow down that tempo. Their average possession length is almost 20 seconds. They just kill that clock. So look towards the under here as well. Creighton can play a great game like they did yesterday, i.e. not turn the ball over, i.e. make their free throws, which sometimes they struggle with. I think they keep it really close here with a very solid Villanova squad.
Someone said in the comments, Villanova already beat them by 30. Again, A plus B doesn't always equal C.
A plus B never equals C, Megan. That's a
there could be teams that get absolutely blown out and then come out and win outright. We've seen it happen already multiple times within these conference tournaments. Like, it's not something that's out of the box crazy for this Creighton team who's been playing absolutely phenomenal basketball to keep it respectable with Villanova, who could just be thinking about.
And they also beat them by 30.
Probably in like
on January 5th.
In January teams are completely fucking different than March teams.
And don't forget, they beat Villanova back in December. I mean, if we're going to use those type of guesstimates to bet in March, we got a lot of problems here.
We've already talked about the Memphis Tigers. We're on SMU plus the 4.5, and it's in our parlay. Boom. There you go. Let's see. Up next, there's some smaller games. Let's do Virginia Tech Duke. Duke is laying 6. I lean Duke here, but I don't want any part of this game whatsoever. I took UNC last night. Obviously, that did not turn out well for me, but UNC was able to smack this Duke team. So this is all just, again, A plus B equals C. Does it? Does it not? I don't know, so I don't want any part of it. I'm going to go ahead, as I said, lean Duke here. This is March. This is the Duke team, but Virginia Tech could be sneaky here, and I don't want any part of it. I will say, though, playing on 4-game legs versus this Duke team is worrisome. That's what I will say. I don't know if the Hokies have the stamina, if you will. It's like they went on a bender and now have to go and pass a chem test. I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
I think that's exactly the reason why I'm not going to be on them, Megan. And I know that is baked into the cake here, right? They played North Carolina, got smoked, had a nice win over Syracuse, nice win over Miami. But I'm wondering if this is kind of where the end of the road hits, because this is a Duke team that I think is going to do really well over the next couple of weeks. But Virginia Tech, great defense, especially scoring. They only allow 62.2 points a game. I do think that they are going to be able to stifle Duke a little bit on offense. So I kind of lean towards the under here. But the reason why I'm not betting the under or the Hokies is because you nailed it. Like, this team, how much do they have left in the tank? It is Duke. I think we're going to see the best from the Hokies. But man, I think if Duke wants to run, they can run here, and that concerns me. Taking the points, I'm going to stay away. But we're a little head-to-head here. I mean, we'll see.
So you lean the Hokies.
I slightly lean.
Slight nod to the Hokies by Cal. Slight nod by, of course, the public better to Duke. All right, last game worthy of talking about.
Are we not going to talk about Big Cat's UAB? Does he have any UAB?
Oh yeah, I mean, I know. I think he's gotten. If we want to talk about UAB, that's fine.
I don't want to talk about him, but I remember Jack had said that is there going to be some promo coming out with Jelly, or what's going on?
I have no idea. I wasn't paying 100% attention, so I'm going to have to go ahead and get that, because I will say, I didn't put it out yesterday, but I was on North Texas, and watching that fucking La Tech North Texas game was like just like someone stabbing me, or no, like cutting off my limbs with a butter knife is how I would like to equate that. Like, it was just so slow and so awful, and just like, here, we're just going to keep losing and losing and losing. I threw them in a parlay. I've been doing these, what I like to call the 420 fuck it parlays, where I throw a bunch together and the total will equal $420 in odds.
I can't.
I've hit 2 of them so far.
Oh my God.
So it's been a lot of fun.
You just gave Westy an aneurysm from compliance, the 420 parlay.
It's my favorite time of the day. It has nothing correlated with anything. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a great time of the day. So yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with UAB, but I do know that I think Big Cat's on them big today. If hammer play, if you will. But I will not be a part of that game. If they're playing La Tech, hopefully UAB wins by 1,000. For Big Cat's sake. But there is another game tonight. UCLA, Arizona. Honestly, I took USC last night, and I was not awake to watch that game. I know I didn't cover because I woke up with money missing from my account, and then I looked and they lost by 10. So you have UCLA now playing Arizona, who we all know is a buzzsaw. But UCLA, man, they're catching 1.5. I feel like if you play this, you play maybe UCLA money line, but I'm going to completely go the opposite way and lean Arizona. But I also didn't get to watch the game last night, so I haven't got to see how cohesively and how the pace of UCLA. I haven't seen it, so I don't want to go out here and just speak out of my ass. But I do lean Zona, and that's where I'm going with that. But I have a feeling you might like UCLA, better defense, catching points. Is that what we're about to say?
No, and David Blattman always throws a fit whenever I bet against Arizona, so I don't want to do that today. Also, I think this is going to be a really, really good game, right? You have 2 teams that are polar opposites. You got UCLA that plays that slow, methodical ball, and you got Arizona who just goes fast. I think it's going to be awesome to watch, and we'll see what happens. But this line looks like a coin flip, and that's because this game is a coin flip. And I don't like betting those coin flip games, personally. I like games yesterday, like Creighton, where I don't even have to barely watch. I'm like, they're up 15. Okay, let me walk in the other room and make another cocktail. Oh, they're up 20, even better. Okay, it's halftime. Those are the games that I prefer, those rocking chair winners. This looks like a mad sweat of a game. So I will cheer for Arizona for David, and then he won't be mad at me anymore against betting against this team, which, mind you, I've did a whole 2 times this year, and I just happened to be right on both of them.
Well, I will not be betting it because I haven't seen a lot of these games all year because my ass is usually completely asleep and I'm just catching highlights the next morning. All right. So besides our parlay, which is SMU plus a 4.5, Creighton plus 6.5, and Texas Tech money line. I'm not sure exactly what the odds on that are going to be, but they'll be boosted and they'll be in the exclusive tab over on the Barstool Sportsbook. Kelly, is there anything you need to plug? Anything you want to say? Anything you want to do?
No, I think we're good. We got some merch out. Don't forget, go get some Money Shots merch. We also have some really great Make Your Free Throw sweatshirts at the merch shop, and I asked for one of those yesterday, so hopefully it gets here in time for March Madness so that I can scream at kids like I did last year and hopefully not have any more embarrassing videos put up of me on the internet.
Well, that would just be good for your social. You always need some content. So, hope everyone, if Memphis, I've already read you KD 2-1. If Memphis loses because you jinxed them, Megan, you will owe me $100 on Cash App. First off, I don't fucking have a Cash App. I have a Venmo. So,
Megan, you got to get all the apps. Come on.
True.
That way nobody can ever say they can't pay me. I'm like, no, listen, I'll take it all. I
just like Venmo. It's safe and it's never done me wrong. Also, too, Memphis is -4.5. What do you mean if they lose it? Like I'm on SMU. I don't care about jinxing you. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm on SMU. I don't care about you or your $100. If you can't afford to bet, don't do it. Bet responsibly. We'll see you guys back here on Monday. Go bet our exclusive because today is a great day for it to hit. And tomorrow's daylight savings time. So that may be.
Does that mean we get an extra hour of sleep?
I don't know, but it means that I don't have my clock goes back to normal because I haven't changed it all year. I'm sure you love that.
Oh my God. I can't with her people.
Kelly hates me. She's the type of person that highlights everything in different colors, and I'm the type of person that throws everything in the bag and knows exactly where it's at.
You want to see here, just for reference, this is how I do my handicap. Do you see how many colored pins are in there? I write everything in a different color. Megan is correct. And you know what? My notebook's full. My notebook is final. My handicapping notebook's finally full from this year. I feel like I should frame the first 2/3 of it from football season and then burn the rest.
Here's me. I write stuff on loose leaf. Y'all have a great Saturday. Hopefully it's a winning one. Be safe. Make good bets. Be positive. And you lose an hour of sleep. No worries.
Wait, I thought we gained an hour.
Everyone's saying you lose.
Come on. I can't handle this. I don't sleep enough as it is.
All I know is that I'm just happy that all my clocks go back to normal. Y'all have a great day.